Hello, dear friends. I am Habit, and we are with you today with a new challenge. Let's go. First player. This player was born in Ivory Coast. And when he was only 4 years old, he went to England with his family. He then went to the Crystal Palace team and managed to get the license to participate in the Premier League of the island with this team in the 2012 to 2013 season. In the same year, this player played with the English national team, led by Roy Hodgson, against the Swiss national team for the Three Lions. After all the events that happened to this player, in November 2016, he started his work to change his nationality from England to the country of Ivory Coast. Second player. This player is the half-brother of the German defender of the Bayern Munich team, who was born in Germany and grew up there, and started his career in the Hertha Berlin club. This player has also played with the under-21 and under-19 teams of the German national team. But in 2007, he was removed from the team due to the team's rules of blackout at certain hours of the night, but only 2 years later. This player was invited to the national tournament again, but this player refused to participate in the German national team and declared that he was not interested in playing in the German shirt. After a year, this player managed to participate in the 2010 World Cup with the Ghanaian passport. And just 1 year later, he ridiculously said goodbye to the national competition and decided to play again at the age of 24. Not participating in national competitions, but in 2014, he announced his return to the national fields to participate in the 2014 World Cup, which finally faced the opposition of the national team and stopped participating in the competition. Third player. The fierce and fighting defender of the Portuguese national team, Real Madrid, and recently, Porto officially changed his nationality to Portugal at the age of 18 and immigrated from Brazil to play in the Maritimo team. Before the change of nationality of this player, he was never invited to participate in the Brazilian national team, but according to his father, he was invited to the national team by the coach of the Brazilian national team for the coming years, which the player himself rejected this request. This player officially settled in this country as a Portuguese in 2007, and only 1 month later, he was invited to the Portuguese national team for the first time, but an injury in training made his presence on the field a little delayed, but finally it happened against Finland. This player finally managed to win the national championship with the Portuguese team in 2016 and was recognized as the best player in the final match against France and won the Euro 2016 championship. Fourth player. The fierce attacker of the Atletico Madrid team. Bodo is originally from Brazil, but he was invited to the national team only once, when Brazil hosted the World Cup in 2014. This team did not need to play and pass the group stage, while other countries needed to win and reach the top ranks of the group to participate in the higher stages. They had themselves. The Brazilian team was holding friendly games. In the meantime, this player went to friendly matches with the Brazilian team for 2 matches. In the same way, according to FIFA rules, if he did not have an official match with his former national team, he could receive the license to participate in the Spanish national team. Well, this player had acquired Spanish citizenship for 6 years in 2013, and the Spanish Football Federation also asked FIFA to allow him to be invited to the national team. This player also rejected his request. He announced to the Brazilian Football Federation that he was accompanied by Luis Philip Scolari's sharp reaction that this player has turned his back on his country. But finally, it was in February 2014 that this player went to the tournament with the Spanish national team. The loss of this player was considered a very bitter event for the Brazilian national team, and the absence of a unique player in the position of the top striker for the Brazilian team was a great weakness. Fifth player. This player was born in Poland in 1987. When he was only 2 years old, he and his family immigrated to West Germany because the player's ancestors had German nationality during World War II in 2003. After several consecutive brilliances of this player in the Bundesliga, the media of Poland offered an invitation to the national team, to the head coach of the Polish team, Paweł Janusz. And later on, due to the presence of this player in the German youth team, this event was a great realization. But the head coach of the Polish team at the time rejected this offer and announced that there are much better players in the forward position, and this player has not performed so well, even in the club level. But in the continuation of the boiling spring, the talent of this player was revealed, and this player was under the supervision of Germany. And in 2004, when he was only 19 years old, he went to the tournament for the German team. This player once announced in an interview that the Polish Football Federation did not value him and only decided to invite him when he's shown in the German under-21 team. And at that time, he had definitely made his decision, a decision that will certainly not be regretted over time, especially since he has also won the World Cup with the German team. Thanks for watching this video. Please support us by subscribe and like.